Welcome from Stade de Nice for a Pool D matchup that features two teams who have recorded early wins at this World Cup. It's England versus Japan from the south coast of France. The 2019 host Japan, who inspired the rugby world with their performances and crowd support, take on the finalists from 4 years ago. This, the fourth meeting between these two countries. It's called Nice the Beautiful, with 300 days of sunshine. Situated on the French Riviera on the southeastern coast of France, millions of visitors flock to the stunning seaside city, which also has an Italian flavour, with the border being so close. Nice, also located at the foot of the French Alps and just 13 kilometres from Monaco. It was once called Nike after the goddess of victory. It is a beautiful, wonderful city to host the Rugby World Cup. Bonsoir, good evening to you from Stade de Nice. I'm Dallin Stanford, and superb to be alongside Great Britain Olympian Tom Mitchell. And Mitch, another fascinating matchup tonight.
Absolutely, Dallin. Good evening, everyone. This might be an incredibly pure display of attack versus defence. Will Japan be ambitious with their attack? And can England build on what we saw in Game 1? Japan yet to be tested after a comfortable win versus Chile in the opening round. England haven't passed many tests this year, but they overcame a strong side in Argentina. Japan have, in recent World Cups, always been good for creating big moments. England will be hoping this isn't one of them.
Can't wait to see how this one goes. The third member of our commentary team with the best seat in the house, pitch side, is Nat Unidis. Nat, another important one for both sides.
Absolutely right, Dallin, and the crowd is already getting into this one. We've got trumpets, we've got flags, we've got face paint. It's an absolutely electric atmosphere. There's a renewed confidence about this England camp, and the fans, of course, they were incredible in Marseille last weekend. They were the 15th man when they went down to 14 men against Argentina, and they're hoping they see a similar amount of support tonight here in Nice.
Yeah, that's right. You saw the teams in Pool D, which include Argentina, Chile and Samoa. Two of those countries will advance to the quarterfinals next month. Japan played in every Rugby World Cup. They made history in 2019, topping their pool with an epic win over Ireland and Scotland as well to reach the quarterfinals for the first time. They captured the imagination, Mitch.
Absolutely. And any neutrals in the crowd will be supporting one team only, I think. And that's kind of the vibe we've been picking up around Nice over the course of the last 48 hours or so. It's going to be a lively one here tonight. You can feel the atmosphere. It's a warm evening.
A sea of red and white for these fans have come in. Arrivals just a bit earlier.
There are 4 changes to the starting 15 from their win over Chile. Hori, Labuschagne, Jimeno and Asada all coming in this week. And incidentally, there are 13 players in this team that played against England in 2022, where they were fairly heavily defeated, 52 points to 13.
Game faces ready for their time to shine. There's Jamie Joseph, the head coach. Take a look at his side that he's featuring tonight.
A massive experience in the front row. Hori, he's been around for what feels like forever. 4th Rugby World Cup for him. Outstanding to have his experience alongside Inagaki and Jiwon-gu. Amato Fakatava was so impressive in the second row. He's a twin, and he plays with him and his brother, the Rico Black Rams. He'll be looking to make an impact. And talking of experience, this back row, Leach, Labuschagne and captain Jimeno coming back after a niggle kept him out of round 1. He'll be big for them tonight. A nice matchup at 9 and 10. Rikiya Matsuda looking to steer things around. Rikiya giving me a bit of experience with his captain's experience at Suntory Sungoliath. Abrasive Nakamura, and outside him, the younger player Asada, and the danger man in the back 3, Johnny Nakamura and Matsushima on the wings, and in between that sandwich is Masuwera. And a bit of ballast off the bench if they need it, through Sakati, Miller and Balu. An exciting scrum half of Saito to come on and inject a bit of pace into proceedings if they need to.
England excellent on defence against Argentina last week, and their fans gathering in thousands yet again. Always so vocal, Nat.
Absolutely right, Dallin. You can see that they're just so passionate. Like I said earlier, there is a renewed confidence amongst the fans. They want to believe that this England side have turned that corner after a sensational performance against Argentina last week.
Plenty of reasons to smile for those fans. For their side, ready to go. The outfits are ready to go as well. That's what we love about the game. There is the English side arriving a bit earlier.
There was a smashing of rare praise, wasn't there, for this England team? Something that we haven't heard a lot of late. And it was after mainly a staunch defensive effort against Argentina. It was a game they needed to win in round one, and they did. There were smiles on faces ever since they've arrived in France. A few of those smiles have spread to fans, dare I say it, some of the media and the pundits as well.
There is head coach Steve Borthwick, who are raring to go for their second match in this tournament. Here is their team.
Well, a couple of changes in the front row for England. Marler gets a start, Jamie George in again, and then Sinclair, the man from Battersea Ironsides, currently playing at Bristol. Johnny May described him as crazy. We look forward to a bit of that craziness tonight. Itoje and Chesham make up the second row pairing. They'll be running the line out. And then a change in the back row with Curry out. Ludlam comes in and takes up the 8th spot. Ben Earl moving to 7, where he's going to be his usual energetic self. And Courtney Laws continuing to lead from the front at 6. An absolute masterclass around the defence and the breakdown from him last game. Alex Mitchell, what a brilliant introduction he has had to his first starts for this England team. And the ever-dangerous Tuolangi Marchant perhaps didn't see fruits of that partnership in game one. We'd love to see that unlocked here tonight. Daly, Stewart and May making up the back three. Freddie Stewart, expect him to get under plenty of high balls tonight. That could cause problems for Japan. Ellis Genge on the bench this week. And Billy Vunipola returns to take a seat on the pine to add a bit of impact later in proceedings.
This is our second match of the World Cup at Stade de Nice. A brilliant venue that's home to League One club OGC Nice, and featured matches during the UEFA Euro 2016 and the FIFA Women's World Cup 2019. It opened in 2013, capacity of 36,000. It will get very loud, as it did for yesterday's game here.
So I will toss it. For me, your team B.
Kelly with captains Laws and Himeno.
And is a tails. So please. You kick off. Which side do you want to start? So you wanna play that way? Yeah. All right. So you're gonna kick from right to left. It's all right. Enjoy the game. To left. To left.
It's the first ever test played in Nice by Japan and England, and you know the supporters love being near the Mediterranean Sea, combining a brilliant holiday with a brilliant World Cup.
It's just such a good approach to everyone coming here. Everyone's getting on, everyone's mixing in the bars, the restaurants. Everyone's seeking to make the most of it. No more so, of course, than the players taking the field tonight and relishing. You don't get many opportunities to play at a World Cup or to watch at a World Cup, so everyone's here for the enjoyment. Japan will be leaning into their experience. The average age of just over 30 in their squad. Will they last the full 80? Question marks perhaps over how they'll perform in the third and fourth quarters of this one. First big test of the Rugby World Cup 2023 for this Japanese outfit. They've got one win under their belt. How will they match up against the highest seeded England tonight? And England, question marks might remain, but the belief I think has lived within this group of players has now started to filter out. They were relentless with their defence in game one, but Argentina perhaps not their best showing. And they're up against the Japanese side who will move the ball left to right. They've got a few tricks up their sleeve, no doubt.
Japan looking to create more moments to cherish tonight if they can overturn England for the first time. Two of the undefeated teams collide in Pool D in the south of France. It's England versus Japan in Nice, the beautiful. The brave Blossoms remembered for the miracle in Brighton when they defeated South Africa at Rugby World Cup 2015, and also for their top 8 finish in 2019. England on the other side, world champions 20 years ago. This team, though, looking to create their own history here in France.
Really interested to see tonight what kind of control England try to put in the game. And conversely, how disruptive can this Japanese side be tonight?
Up next, the national anthems from Japan and England.
Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of both teams, if you're able, please stand for the national anthems of Japan and then England.
Both nations fired up for this battle. This is match 16 of 48 for this World Cup. The game showpiece brings together 20 nations. They've either finished in the top 3 from their pool in 2019 or qualified from various regions around the world. England and Japan await kickoff, which is coming up soon. Here's another look at the side tonight, Mitchie.
Yeah, it's a fascinating encounter tonight, but I tell you what, the noise that reverberated around the stadium here during the anthems was spine-tingling. We are teed up for a wonderful evening here in Nice. Stay tuned, whether you're supporting either side here, or whether you're just here for a feast of rugby. It's going to be a good one. Big frame of Courtney Laws, and they'll need him to be big.
Nice, one of 9 host cities who welcome you to this remarkable tournament.
Get ready for the countdown. In a few seconds, together.
The fans are ready, the players are ready. Our referee, Rikiya Matsuda from Georgia, touch judges Nick Berry and Andrea Pigardi, while Joy Neville is the TV match official.
On the front, 9, 7, 6, 5.
England and Japan face off to see who'll remain undefeated in Pool D. Welcome to Stade de Nice in the south of France. Japan receive in their familiar red and white. Nice kickoff from the man that scored all 27 points, George Ford, to get us going here. England look to receive the early kick and create a counter. Just made one line break last week against Argentina. It'll be a different story though as they carry hard up the middle. Good ball there from Alex Mitchell. Stab to the foot there from Daly. Clever little kick. Just a bit too much on that one. Ooh, but it has been knocked on.
Trying to grasp the ball on the ground, went forward. Well, that's a really nice idea. The space, a lot of space back there. And Masaroa was coming across kind of casually, knowing that it was going to roll over, but too casual here. Just looked up before he had the ball in his hands. And he's invited England to an early opportunity. 5 minutes out.
Left to the mark, Lucas.
Let's go. Just a nervy start. You forget these guys, experienced as they are, these are big occasions.
Patience.
England set in their back line with the centres tight. And Johnny May right out on that far side touchline.
Crouch!
5 out, first scrum. Joe Marler, Jamie George, Carl Sinclair up front.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, obviously, we need the more space into it. Just try to be patient around it, and we get better space, all right? Yeah, better space. No, we need the space from both teams to just closely engage.
Expect Matsuda to be very hot on that front row discipline. It's a favourite identification of his, so he's going to keep some discipline in there.
Crouch! Bind!
The backs wait. Inagaki,
Set!
Maria
Hold
Ngu
on!
up front for Japan. Crowd getting into it right away.
And 8, using!
Mitchell, flat ball. Mochi comes flying up there from the outside position.
Advantage
Laws
offside.
with advantage for England.
Advantage, play.
A fast start here. Still a couple out for England.
Knock on.
They'll come back to the original infraction.
Offside. Number 12. Offside.
Intense pressure early for Japan. They're under the pump on their own line. Less than 3 minutes in.
Decision. All right, shot call.
So England, Steve Borthwick there in picture, looking for the early points. Man appointed in December of 2022, capped 57 times for England. Former lock, leading him 21 times.
Okay, just bear in mind the shot clock, all right?
They're playing fast, playing around the corner, trying to get that ball away. Marching on the initial carry, slipped out of the first one, nearly scrabbled his way over. That's where the offside came in. That first scrum was rock solid. It wasn't moving an inch. It was actually Earl had to go digging for a little bit before his little scoot off the base.
George Ford, MasterCard Player of the Match against Argentina. Scored all of England's points so far and gets the opening 3 at minute 3 for England. They're up against Japan early on.
The crowd goes up now that they're on the board, but they weren't too happy with that decision to take the points. The England fans, they want to see tries, and England have promised that the tries are coming. They've been heavily focused on their attack in the lead up to this match. This is the next step of their build into this World Cup, this attack, this try scoring.
It's really interesting. They've also pointed out that it's mostly about winning, so I'm sure they'll do it by hook or by crook tonight.
Ben Earl with the take off the restart. Courtney Laws goes again. Northampton Saints player, skipping the side at 34 years of age.
And now use it.
Alex Mitchell, his 3rd start for his country. A tester for Matsushima. Comes back towards England's side. Good ball as they work away at Toje, and then
Keep the mark.
trying to paint those corners, but it'll roll over into the in-goal.
Ball line.
He's been so refreshing, his injection of pace into that first game. So his line breaks is looking to offload as well on those line breaks. There's the Japanese coaching box. Jamie Joseph leading, interestingly as well in shot there. John Mitchell used to work with this England team, and he not long ago shifted over to help Japan with their defence. So I wonder what kind of notes he might have taken with him.
Very valuable pickup indeed for Joseph and Japan. George now goes to the sky, just outside the 22. Again, it comes away towards England initially, but Japan pounce on this one. Nice ball as they hoof it downfield. Mazarewa chases back George. The talented number 10. No problem as he peels it well over to the 10.
Time is off.
Doesn't look like good news for Masarewa there. What we had on that wide shot was actually the view of the wider picture and whether England had a chance to run. So often see them kick out the backfield.
Yeah, Japan are getting ready to make a change. It looks like Lemeki is going to come on for Mazarewa here.
I could just tweak something on that kick. If it is Lemeki that's coming on, he's a wonderful player. Played against him in Rio Olympics, actually back in 2016, and he's got some brilliant footwork. And even though he's now 34 years of age, he's super competitive. They take the mick out of him in the squad, apparently, because he's just competitive with everything, especially when it comes to power stuff in the gym. He's always giving it his best shot.
What's he lifting? What are the stats there, Mitchie?
More than me, Dallin, I think, is the answer to that one.
Please
Be sure of that.
They have made their change. Lamano Lemeki comes on. His 18th appearance for his country.
We've already seen a couple of times in this game, which we saw a whole heap of in game 1 from England, is that partnership of George Ford and Freddie Stewart on the chase. So often they put it in the sky and send Stewart after it. The 22-year-old so good in the air. And we'll see plenty more of that tonight.
Thoughts there with Semisi Masarewa.
Coming off the player number 15.
Korea goes to the front. Set piece good for Japan as they go over the top. Nagata with a kick. Taken well, though, from Daly and England. Lewis and Ludlam goes into the contact, just
hold Japan, hold.
setting a platform here for England to work down into the Japanese half. First touch for Lemeki.
Hold Japan.
He puts a kick that he can chase. Lamano Lemeki. Mitchell knocks it on. Chance for Japan again at the halfway mark. Bakatawa driven back, scored 2 tries in their first game. Crossfield kick. A nice move. The clever little players that look to step up the left. Nakambula, the 29-year-old. Now another kick through. This time, Freddie Stewart just covers with not a big angle to work with, so his kick stays back in the field of play. Japan, Matsushima threads the needle with a little kick. Forward is there, no one to pass to. Now finally they arrive. Daly is there. Herrera as well with a tackle for Japan, and the fans love it.
It's going to be tight, it's going to be tasty.
Don't need that.
But this was brilliant from Japan, really using the kicks to good effect. Just choosing their options, poking it into those corners. That's a nasty one to deal with for George Ford. Gets it away to Daly, but he's met by two Japanese defenders, bundling him into touch.
It's Simon, let's go.
It was a really nice passage from Japan there, wasn't it, Dan?
It certainly was. We just got watching Fiji beat Australia earlier today. Can Japan cause some greatness yet again? Herrera with a short ball. As they set up play, Inagaki's there as well for Japan. Penalty though goes to England. They hold strong. Joe Marler lost to get up.
Smart work from Marler at the breakdown. Got low over it. Must have got his hands on the ball in there. He's rescued his team, and they'll get a bit of light relief. Interesting dynamic down there, actually. Himeno asking plenty of questions of the referee after that decision. It was Leach who just sort of pulled him away. How amazing to have that experience and that leadership in the group. This is it. It's a pretty good steal. Falls, inviting that latch. Marler will be loving his start tonight.
Jamie George. Strong set piece from England. George Ford with a massive kick up. Comes down and again towards the English side. Something he practiced so well. Laid down behind the back. Ford looking for players to link up with. Courtney Laws down this near side. Elliot Daly gets hit.
Oh, it's nicely done from England. Exploring a bit of space on this near side. Laws puts the hammer down.
Scrum or line out, but
just probably a couple of steps too far. Didn't give Daly much of an option. Matsushima was able to rush him before he was able to get any footwork in.
Line out call.
The bench from England look on. Marcus Smith, one of their most creative runners and attackers.
Coming on the gap.
We kick to Japan.
Just stay where you are at the start.
Ranked 14th in the world. Of course, made the quarterfinals we mentioned 4 years ago. Allowed to our Japanese viewers past 4 a.m. in Tokyo. 10 minutes gone. 3-0 England lead. Japan opt for clearance kick.
Just don't come in at the moment.
Japan will want to try and play quickly here. The first round, they had a super fast ruck speed. Nearly
it's a free
half
kick.
their rucks run at 2 seconds.
Yeah, they're ball. Just take.
England will be trying to slow that down a fair bit. It's an England line out here. They'll look to launch their own. Expect them perhaps to go to the maul. Already seen them go aerial a few times. But why not? You've got Stewart, you've got May underneath those. The only danger will be any loose stuff. Japan will pounce on it.
To the front, Courtney Laws, maul set. England lead their head-to-head 3-0 against Japan. They last met last year, 52 points to 13 at Twickenham. England won. 7 tries they scored on that occasion. They get to score at this Rugby World Cup.
You go there, you go there. There,
Mitchell, the Northampton Saint player.
No, they're still moving.
At the back of the maul, he
still moving.
instructs his forwards.
Off the leg, good, yeah.
Toja.
Maul is still moving.
Still moving is the maul. Says Amashikeli. towards the 22. The Mammoth Maul.
And get ready to use now, right? Right, move.
The back's very flat, waiting for Mitchell. Delayed ball. Doesn't work out in the end. Japan come away with it. Nice little pinch and read. Across field. There's space to operate. Matsuda shifts it. Here comes Lemeki. Bouncing off a couple. Amano Lemeki. Into the 22 for Japan. Some nice little steps. Jeonju goes for a dummy line. Korea shifts it away. Again, they carry well.
No, it's your player there, your player. Your player.
Inagaki holds it right time. Leach follows up with the captain Himano, leading his country for the first time in a World Cup. Japan with the crowd behind them. Little gap opening up nicely. Rikiya Matsuda gets it away. Lemeki is there. Close quarter stuff. Peter Labuskasny yet again. Good carry from the flanker. With advantage for Japan. It's a crossfield kick. Just too high. Its bodies collide on that far side.
Seven, tackle assist. That's the release.
Wow, take a blow, Dallin. It's helter-skelter stuff. That was quick. The speed of the attack, the crispness of the pass, really testing England.
Time off, sir. Time off. No, just give me a decision now here, right? Shot is called.
Japan going to go for a shot at goal and try and square things up from a very kickable position. Just looks like there was a few gaps opening up. Agnew was involved a few times. Look at the speed at which he bounces off the floor around here to support. An offer off the shoulder. I love Nagari, so dangerous. He looks so sharp in and around those rucks. I thought England looked a bit vulnerable there against Argentina when there was a flow to the attack in that way.
Chance for the leveller now. Their fly off. Rikiya Matsuda. David in 2016 against Canada from Kyoto. It's over. Japan level up at 3 apiece after nearly 15 minutes against England.
Well, Coach Joseph said, we've seen they've got a few weaknesses. If we can find them and play our own game, we can create some opportunities. I fancy some of those opportunities will be playing quick around the ruck and trying to play outside that line speed and play to those wide channels. They're doing it to good effect so far. England looking to respond to this kickoff.
Plenty to do so far for Lemeki in this game since coming off the bench. That's another strong kick as well from the replacement, the Olympian.
And good news for Japan as well. It looks like Jiwon-gu is going to continue. He was very sore in back play there, but he's determined to get revenge on England after the scrum was absolutely destroyed the last time they played the English in November. He gave away 3 straight penalties, so he's out for revenge. He says that the name Ellis Genge reverberates in his nightmares at night. Of course, Genge is on the bench tonight, but he is named in the 23.
Yeah, we'll have a look at Jiwon-gu and he's tried to address his binding, which was the issue.
You all right?
Back in the last time these two sides met.
Okay.
We'll keep an eye on that one in the next scrum.
Stay there, Japan, please.
This is Tom Carey earlier in picture. A couple of games he starts to sit out. Owen Farrell, this is his final game he will miss. He'll be back in the next one if selected.
Right, let's very long living the line now. Right?
Taking too long.
It's very out, too much.
Big tap here from Michael Leach. The 34 will get him going. Labuskasny yet again fires in. Goes against his opposite number, Beno.
Hold it out. Ball is way out.
Forwards. Looking for some work here.
No, he dummied. He dummied.
Fakatava comes with him.
No, lost. No.
Shoda Hori.
He dummied the ball.
There as well. Japan with plenty of possession in the last few minutes as they pick and go. Nagade keeps England pinned in their 22.
Again, it's smart use of ball to boot. You can see from our position, they've got Matsushima and Naikambula holding the widths. So they're always opening up these kick options, whether they're grubbers threaded through there, or those flat, driven crossfields, which we've seen already.
Deep throw in from England, risky stuff, but they come away with it. Earl again, the Saracen. England set up an exit here.
And now get ready to use.
8th cap for England. Downtown he goes towards the touchline.
Yeah, smart kick from Mitchell there, just to get them down towards their own 10. Really interesting to see how Japan continued to use the boot. They were quite happy to play without the ball in their opening game. They were just efficient with their possession when they had it. It seems like they're prepared to kick a little bit here tonight as well.
A record also for Michael Leach, the most capped Japanese player at a Rugby World Cup. Messi at the line-out though for them. England will claim this one. But Michael Leach, what a servant he's been for the game, for his country.
Yeah, he's had a strong season, a lot of game time under his belt in League One in Japan.
There's a mark. Let's go. Left on the mark. Left on the mark. Yeah, that's fine. I think the last count was all right. Keep the same, please. Shoulders out, head straight and stable, all right?
Backline gets set up. There's even a statue of Leach in the communal park in Tokyo during the last Rugby World Cup. Popular place to get your photo taken. 3 each. Approaching the 20-minute mark in this game. Final one for today. Lewis Ludlam at the back. Penalty to England, a scrum time.
You're coming down. All right.
No penalty, man.
Right. Hang on.
Just cross.
Yeah. Understand. We just saw this, all right?
Oh, okay.
So this...
it's not a penalty, no?
Well, it won't be fair because I think the grass came off, so we need to remove and just to reset the scrum. So the grass came off, so I think that caused the collapse, so we moved. I think the initial contest was very good, and obviously it was because of grass.
I like the interpretation there from the referee. Initially gave the penalty to England.
But the initial contest and the heat was good.
Japanese front row went down, but we then saw that the grass had torn up a bit, so we shifted in field, and we'll reset and go again. We'll have another go. England's backline with good opportunity to run the ball here. 2 defenders deep in the backfield for Japan.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Hold, lads, hold! Get ready to move! Move! Nice!
Sweet sounds of the scrum. Charge down from Japan. Good slide though from Alex Mitchell to save things for England. George Ford just taking too much time with that kick. Now they find themselves 5 out from the own line.
Stay. Go.
Scrum off clearance kick. Matsushima is down here. He'll wait.
Great chase from Daly just to stop that quick throw if they're thinking about it. Too much time on the ball from Ford. Not entirely sure what space he was aiming for. I think he was trying to thread it down into the far corner of the Japanese territory. Charge down, a good chase from Matsuda. Alex Mitchell using his pace to good effect to get back. Really smart mopping up work from the 9 for England.
No, water break, water break.
So a chance for a quick hydration break for the sides. Hot and humid conditions.
Really interesting to get too far ahead of ourselves, Dallin, but interesting dilemma for Steve Borthwick when Farrell comes off his suspension for the next game. Interesting decisions around, do you disrupt the squad? But we'll wait and see how they do tonight before we try and answer that one.
Absolute cracking start to this contest here in Nice. The England side, they feel like the pressure did lift a little bit after that win against Argentina. But this Japanese side, the word that they've been using during the week is brave. They want to be brave. Of course, they are the brave Blossoms, but they have experience causing upsets in World Cups, in big tournaments, and they're looking for their first win against England. So far, they have been electric. Their fast ball movement has been pivotal to keeping them in this game, and it's going to be really interesting to see if they can keep it up for the whole 80 minutes.
Yeah, spot on that. We just saw the stat there. They've had the rub of the green in terms of metres made. I really like the balance so far of their attack in terms of using the kick to put the ball in behind into some space and hit grass in the backfield, but also fizzing it wide and exploiting those wide channels where they've got some really dangerous runners. Matsushima, Nakambula, and obviously now Lemeki that he's on off the bench early on. Of course, these walk breaks, interestingly, do provide more opportunity to just clarify things as a team, but also with the referee.
And great efforts as well. Queen, we will rock you playing on the loudspeaker. Some dressed up as Freddie Mercury here as well. So you're right, back to the live action we go. Japan over the top their throat. But it works out well.
Tackle!
Matsuda is there. He's the one that charged down the kick from forward earlier. Yutaka Nagara, it's a 31-year-old out of Suntory Sungoliath. Looks for Jeon Gu. His father, Dong Chun, representing South Korea at prop. Still working the same way are the Japanese, but getting front foot ball.
Fine, released.
England not able to pinch it back as they stay down that short side with offside advantage.
Guards never back.
Himeno, captain goes in.
Play advantage, Japan. Hold the mark, please.
Fakatava.
I got inside.
Stab over the top. Right idea, let it bounce. Lemeki! Almost!
No advantage, knock on, going back.
That was close.
Oh, what a kick. A little chip
Offside.
just into the,
Number 7,
the
never back.
pool of uncertainty for the backfield coverage. Stewart just couldn't quite get there, take it on the full. It bounced horribly off his chest. Lemeki coming through, just escaped his grasp, otherwise he was under the sticks.
Shot call.
Himeno directing his kicker to try and pop this one through the uprights. Creative option off the line out from Japan, throwing the one straight over the top. Himeno just makes so many good post-contact meters. Gives them great go forward, and he's got the smarts there as well, the pick and go again. If you release the ball and get onto your feet, you can go again. Incidentally, post-contact meters, I'm pretty sure that's why England have brought Lewis Ludlam in. Give them that little bit of go forward when they get the ball.
There's Jamie George. He looks on for the lead. Rikiya Matsuda for Japan. He's nailed it. They have a 6-3 lead to the Japanese. And don't they just love that?
Well, keep your eyes open, guys. We're going to have an absolute cracker on our hands here tonight. Matsuda with his straight-on kicking style makes it 2 from the boot.
Kick to that far side. Able to peel it away. There's Johnny Nakambula. Into Kelson boys in New Zealand, Japan 7s as well. This time forward reads it for England. Chance for a little counter. He spots space behind Matsushima. And he threads it beautifully. He does the fly off.
With any playmakers watching this, going to want to get your notebooks out. So we're seeing some delightful kicking options. Really nicely threaded through to that back corner. Incidentally, the chip over the top, that had been shorter from Japan earlier in the piece. That might have been interesting.
Yeah, that looked dangerous. Now it's a loose ball picked up from England. Ollie Chesham getting close.
Back, Japan, hands.
Joe Marler
hands back.
steadies himself.
Offside.
Gets the ball, it's England over! They have scored their first try at this Rugby World Cup. They put the pressure on and bang it over where it counts. Lewis Ludlam with the 5.
And it's an overthrow at the line now. It's Messi. Chesham gets close, denied it close range. They slow down a bit. They exercise a bit of control, England. And eventually, hanging off the edge of the ruck, lingering, is Ludlam.
All good, and there was an arms tackle by number 2.
And he gets the ball down.
Have a word.
Yeah, what a World Cup Lewis Ludlam is having. He was excellent coming off the bench against Argentina, and that's why he's been named in this starting side in the somewhat unfamiliar position of 8, keeping Billy Vunipola on the bench.
Important time for him to strike in this game. George Ford again raises the flags. It is 10-6. England have their lead as Owen Farrell looks on.
Owen Farrell looking pretty chilled, pretty comfortable at the moment. You can imagine the turmoil he might be experiencing. Brilliant for Ludlam. Deserves his reward. He's worked so hard. He was dropped by Northampton Saints early in his career in the academy. Now he captains that side. Really interesting dynamic between Ludlam and Laws in terms of that captaincy dynamic with club and country. But it can only be a gift for the rest of the players in this team.
So right about that, England last scored a Rugby World Cup in the semi-final against New Zealand when they beat them in 2019. Now on the board here with Ludlam. 25 minutes gone. It's Ollie Chesham. And they turned 23 earlier here in France. Younger brother Lewis also plays at Leicester. Lameki for Japan.
Oh, Japan, all back!
Matsushima chases his kick.
Out of 10. Good job. Backwards.
Left behind, it's a cage play on. Itoje up the middle for England. Really finding some confidence now with ball in hand. And as I say that, it's to the boot. One bounce to Lameki inside his 22.
Chance for that man, Itoje. Stretch his legs a little bit in the open play there. Still feel like he's been such an influential player over the years. Love to see him find his best form in this World Cup. It could really drive the team on.
Sorely injured. Tamisi Masarewa on the side for Japan. He can only watch. George in his 3rd Rugby World Cup. Miscue at line-out time. Japan pinch it. But they lose it, so it'll stay with England again. Now ranked 6th in the world, Japan 14.
Because we're taking the space in the breakdown, so it's just an outcome. Yeah, line out is finished, yeah.
Round okay? Not sure. Not sure.
Brilliant athleticism from these guys.
Yeah. All right.
Across the board in these 15s.
Really good scrum on the last.
Wonderful athletes on display here in these out on the park.
Shoulders out, head straight. Nick, look after.
Scrum coach Hasegawa talked a lot about this battle at scrum time. Recognised they've been caused problems in the past. They worked for a year on this.
Set!
They want to compete.
Hold that! Use it now, static, use it.
Even battle at that scrum as they look for a dummy down short.
Tackle
Mitchell
off the ball, advantage.
takes it with advantage.
No. Advantage, tackle off the ball, taking the support
Tackle off the ball, Ben All.
Keep the mark,
Itoje again carries well, the big lock.
extra roll, go back for advantage.
We'll come back to the penalty for England. Options again.
England flooding that close channel, the 10-12 channel of Japan with runners using Mitchell's pace to scoot off the base of the scrum.
10, tackling off the ball.
Matsuda penalised, I think. Very difficult in that scenario as a defender. You've got so many players running at you.
It's here.
You don't know who to take. You just got to take someone.
It's here.
Unfortunately, if they haven't got the ball, you're going to give away a penalty.
Okay.
And this one,
Sure.
George Ford's current form is eminently kickable.
Yeah, George Ford, youngest player to make his professional debut in England at 16
Number 10,
years of age. Can
tackling
you
off the
believe
ball,
it?
taking the support play. Okay.
Sail Shark, kick up. Lines this one up. Kicked a penalty and a conversion so far in this test match. This time unsuccessful from Ford as we approach the half-an-hour mark. Just 4 points of difference.
Well, I might take the blame for that one. The score remains close for as long as it's close. There's plenty of history in this Brave Blossoms outfit to have enough belief to do something special here tonight.
Yeah, their rugby jerseys sold out after just about a week in Japan last time. So many neutral supporters picking up their second side, and it's Japan they support.
No.
England again to the air, they go to challenge. Fullback Freddie Stewart is there.
Back towards my blue.
Knocked it backwards, Ludden flies in.
Good job.
Mitchell to Lemeki, well positioned.
Japan hold.
There's the winger. Finds Ford again.
That's a late charge.
Penalty for the late
Changing
charge.
the line. The penalty
Japan will march upfield where the ball was collected.
Number 14, changing the line, taking it. It's late.
It was really good cover from Lemeki. His kick was actually pretty ordinary, but
so the
Johnny May changed his line and took him out. As a result, they get a penalty all the way up here where the ball landed.
Shot called, yeah.
And they're going to have a go at goal. So the referee said that he changed his line and took him out. Johnny May just continuing along his line, perhaps, from that look. But we've only had one go at it, so either way, Japan with a chance to get within one.
Big moment here for Rikiya Matsuda. Plays with the Panasonic Wild Knights alongside a handful of his teammates who are featuring here tonight. He's got his own unique kicking style. And it works! 3 penalties from Matsuda, and it's 10-9, England lead Japan.
It is unique, isn't it, Darren? It's very straight on. Reminds me of Stephen Jones, for those old enough to remember, for Wales. Looks uncomfortable to me, but it does the job.
Japan collected on that far side. Johnny Nakambula, their winger, currently on a 4-game try-scoring streak. Made his debut against Samoa this year. England at the halfway line. 7 minutes to go in the first half in this Pool D game. A win over Argentina for England and a win against Chile for Japan. George carries well upfield. Now behind the back, Daly with that left boot. He just pins it superbly. Not a lot happening. A couple of nice little steps though. Almost out. Matsushima now. Inside their 22, the Brave Blossoms working their way to exit. Yutaka Nagare from the Fukuoka area gets a clearance kick, but England still on attack.
Flag. Okay. Give the gap now.
Nakambula 1v1. Marchand does a really good job of scragging his ankles. That was great matchup.
Flat ball. Tuolangi comes flying in. There's the inside centre. Big Manu. Marla.
No hands.
Changing direction. England connecting initially, and then the loose pass. Leach picks it up. Kicks it downfield, not too far. Nice slide there from Benno. Certainly got the dance moves. You know, Beyonce played here in years gone by. And he certainly brings it as well.
Bound. 9, get the other to use.
Mitchell again. Just to drive England downfield. Daly comes down. Matsushima as well. The two wingers battling for it.
By Blue. Knock on.
Knocked on
Play
by
advantage,
Japan.
England.
Advantage for England. Picked up by Toje. Courtney Laws. Able to get the pass away. And then knocked on by Mitchell.
Bit of an accuracy creeping in here. 5 minutes out from the half-time break. Richard Hill, been with this England team for a long, long time. Huge amount of experience, brilliant presence for the younger players out there especially. Japan really need to try and sort out that backfield coverage. We've seen this bottom corner being used to good effect with the kick so far. I think maybe their fullback just needs to maybe cover a little bit quicker across the park. See Lemeki covering in there now.
Crouch!
Very tight affair so far, just 1 point in this. Great to see rugby in Japan growing. The 100,000 players featuring their League One, club rugby, universities, high schools. Tag rugby's on the rise there as well. England, the inventors of the game.
Static!
Mitchell, short ball, Manu Tuilangi, times it well. 2 carries in a row for the big number 12. Carl Sinclair, the Bristol Bear. England work away with Marler, the practical joker of the team. Still to the right and then turned in beautifully. Marchand comes in, loses it. No counter there on offer from Japan.
Well, just coughed up by Joe Marchand in that contact as he tried to go through 2 defenders, but how about this for a carry from Manu Tuilangi? Actually, England's carries look really good at the moment. It looks like they're making some good yards. Sinclair will be loving mixing it in there. It's not a nice looking tackle, that one, from either of them. But Sinclair will just be really enjoying those abrasive carries. Works incredibly hard. It's a lot of effort and time into his game, into his body. We know that if he's not mixing something up at the blender, he's putting something in his diffuser or he's in an ice bath.
I think he's coming to
Boys will be really relishing having him back in this pack.
But I think he's really genuine.
He's just got up to his feet there, which is a good sign for England.
Yeah, looks like he might have come off second best in that incident. Had a little bit of cramp. Of course, it is his first match back from a chest injury, so his first game of the World Cup.
Let's go.
Yeah, always good to see him back as well. The depth of the squad, of course, is needed in a World Cup to go further. Of course, watching the pool stages here, we saw some thrilling games a bit earlier. Fiji over Australia. South Africa took out Romania. Scored 11 tries in that one.
Same place.
And there's Mitchell writing down his notes. There's John Mitchell. Worked a bit in America. He was in South Africa with England, of course.
Set to move back to England to work with the women's team. So he's toing and froing.
36,000 capacity here at Stade de Nice. We approach the half-time mark. 10-9 England lead. The short side come Japan. A little stab over the top. Misdirected there. Coming off the boot from Matsuda.
I say, I don't really like that option from Japan. I don't mind the scoot. They're trying to create a 4v3 down that short side, but it looked like Matsuda was always looking for the kick. But it's almost on his wrong foot. He's tried to kick it with his right foot, which is a difficult skill when you're moving at pace to do that chip kick. Kind of on the angle.
Gives Jamie George another chance for an attacking line-out just outside the 22. Chessup. One very good maul so far in this game. George has it at the back. Business partner with his lifelong friend Reece Carter. Physiotherapy business called Carter and George. That's why he can go
number 5.
well into his 30s. Ford puts a kick through. Japan players everywhere trying
no advantage going back.
Get this one, but we'll go back, says Referee Amashu Kelly.
Smart ball set up for England. Watching them
5,
do
come
their
left the side in the
drills
ball.
in the warm-up, and they were pinging the lineouts. Just their efficiency. You look at the detail when they're setting up in the warm-up, and it'll be the same in training all the week through. And it's not just the guys throwing and catching the ball and the lifters, it's what they do after the guys hit the deck. And we might see another one, Dallin.
Well, it's the biggest roar we've seen so far for England. They haven't gone for the 3 points on offer.
Discipline here.
Takatava getting fired up by a skipper there for Japan. Big defence required.
George to Toje. When he knocks it on, does Jamie George. Just looked up for a second.
Well, there's something in my mic tonight, because just teed them up for another mistake. Just saying how efficient and how smart the detail was. That was a little bit sloppy from England at the back. Instead of, after driving the previous one, they're trying to sell it and go for that little peel play.
Let's go, Japan, here. Scrum is here.
I'm not sure whether it was meant for Ludlam, but it was sort of thrown into Jamie George's face. Not much he could do about that one.
A good old-fashioned falcon, that one, as we call back in Australia.
Yeah, Jamie George won't put those on the highlights. It does give Japan a chance now to clear their lines at scrum time. Can they be solid up front?
Hold up,
Jion
lads,
Gu,
hold!
Akita Ingaki,
Hold!
who set in the tight head.
No, 9, no, 9. You stay there after the kick, okay?
Lomeki, big powerful right boot of his. Tees up the final play of the first half.
Well, slight relief for Japan. They get away out towards their own 10, but the last play of the half will likely be this line-out option. See if they can deliver a smart one. Get some change off this. They'll try and draw a penalty, perhaps, before they go in for the break.
England are the three-time finalists at the Rugby World Cup. Go to Toje again. Forward. Straight hard running from Ben Earl. George follows up nicely as Mitchell changes direction. Earl again. Forward behind the back.
Offside.
Johnny May
Yeah, agreed.
out of Gloucester Rugby with offsides advantage.
Is fine. Offside. Number 10
England
offside.
may opt
Never
for the
back
3
when the
here.
ruck shifted. 10 offside.
There's a few Japanese guys just taking a knee.
Shot called. 10.
And a bit of attention in the midfield.
Shot is called.
Actually thought England get away with the penalty here, and it's a nice option to go for goal to increase their lead. But I actually thought they had an opportunity, the ruck previous to this shot, of spreading it and playing their second layer of attack, running around the back. In the end, Earl carried, and then they went. The backs were left with a little bit less space to play with, and Johnny May trying to bounce out without much room. I feel that sometimes. I just love them to use that second layer, perhaps one earlier, just to exploit that wide space, give those back 3 guys a bit more of a run.
Yeah, and a dangerous back 3 as well. England's last, George Ford. 100% kicking rate last week. Missed 1 tonight so far. George Ford likes it, so do England. And that's the half-time whistle. 40 minutes done and dusted here at Stade de Nice. And it's England who have scored a try through Lewis Ludlam. They lead here on the French coast against Japan by a score of 13 points to 9 in this Pool D match of the 2023 Rugby World Cup.
So it's half-time now in this stadium. The score England 13, Japan 9.
Rugby doesn't just happen on the pitch. It's in our...
Just 4 points in this contest here. A beautiful evening in Nice. It's England with a slender lead, 13 points to 9. And Mitchie, what have you made of that first half looking at the stats?
Well, it's pretty even. Kind of reflects what we're seeing on the scoreboard. Japan have been lively, certainly caused England some problems using the probing kicks, but also some running rugby into the wider channels. England have looked more penetrating than what we've perhaps seen in round one. Some really nice up-front carries. They made the second fewest passes in round one of any team. Already it's looking like they're prepared to move the ball and shift the ball a little bit more tonight. Just got the nudge in terms of the possession.
Here's a look at the highlights from the first half. England with more possession, teeing up George Ford from this one from in front to get the score ticking over. 3 minutes gone, 3-0, England led.
It was squared up not long after. Matsuda with his first of 3 penalties for the half. It's been an interesting battle at scrum time. It's looked very solid from both teams, and this was a nearly moment for Japan. Matsuda with the charge down, but Mitchell, who is proving to be an excellent addition to this starting 15 for England, getting back and rescuing things.
Matsuda again, striking another beautiful kick. He's second of the night, making that 6-3, Japan leading.
It was the error from the Japanese line-out. Chesham came close, stopped close to the line.
Back, Japan!
The forwards took over. Ludlam had a look at the line, and it was Lewis Ludlam that got over for the opening try of the game. A wonderful moment for him, and proving just why he deserves a place in this starting 15 for England.
It had been a long time coming.
All
England
good,
get their 5. They led 10-6 and then 10-9 at this stage with the third kick from Rikiya Matsuda.
It was back and forth stuff. George Ford, an opportunity to close out the half, to draw out the lead to 13 points to 9 to England.
A big 40 awaits these two sides, and this brilliant crowd that have been so vocal in the opening stanza. A couple of players who definitely caught our eye, and head-to-head the number 8s.
So largely Ludlam was getting the start tonight because Tom Curry out with a suspension, but we've seen time and time again when he comes on, his energy, he's busy, he makes a huge impact. He's got 5 carries there for his 17 metres. Himeno on the other side with 6 carries for his 23 metres. Both of these guys make contact and they will carry that first tackler with them. They get low, they provide leg drive, and it creates amazing go forward for both their team attacks. And that's not to mention the defensive work they get through. Himeno coming in after a little bit of injury in the first round, but he said, I've had a game off, I feel fresh, and my fitness is really good. And it certainly looks to be fairly sound for this first 40. There's the post-contact meters we're talking about. Just allows his attackers behind him to play on the front foot. Really useful attribute. One of the most exciting players to watch in this Japanese outfit, in my opinion. Ludlam, he's a creative type of guy, but sometimes he just goes up the guts and straight over you. And there's pretty simple ways of playing the game, but he does it incredibly effectively.
Mitchie, what's the chat here in the dressing rooms?
Largely, in terms of their attack, it's more of the same. Few inaccuracies crept in the last kind of 10 minutes of the half, and they'll want to tidy those up. Speaking to a few guys on the England side, and they will target this second half. The stats show that Japan do tend to tail off and drop off, and they'll want to prove otherwise in what is a huge game for them in this World Cup. England with a pretty smart, pretty efficient outing in the first 40. Will be relishing the opportunity if they get close to the try line again. They've been restricted to 1 try or less in 6 of their past 7 tests this year. So the chance for another one is enticing.
What a weekend we've seen in Nice. Last night, Portugal and Wales entertained the crowd for 80 minutes. And today, another group of passionate supporters have travelled to France to show their team what the sport means to them. 4 points the difference so far. Hangs in the balance. Interesting 40 to come here, Mitchie.
It's so exciting, isn't it? Watching a few of the highlights at half-time. And you see the crowd living it with the players. And that's true around the world, of everyone tuning in. Great to be joining you. Privileged to be here.
just the one change has been made at halftime. Asa Elivalu has come into the game for Jiwon-gu, who had sore ribs after being in the wars in that first half.
Thanks, Nat, for the update there.
Wait for a whistle.
Coming off the player,
Sortie du joueur numéro 3, le pilier Jiwon-gu.
replaced by player number 18.
Remplacé par le numéro 18, Asaeli Aivan.
Good evening from the shores of Nice on the Mediterranean. 40 minutes left in this Pool D fixture. Japan trail 13-9 against England, who look to receive this one. I'm Dallin Stanford alongside Olympian Tom Mitchell. Nat Unidi sideline, and England early possession for them. For their forwards, Carl Sinclair and Joe Marler. 267 matches for the Quins.
Back, stay back,
stay back. We mentioned to lift the 2012 and 2021 Premiership titles. Japan, they're back three.
Japan, hold
They
in
go
front.
high through Lamani Lameki.
Come back, come back.
Here comes Matsushima chasing up. England with a catch. The aerial battle has been won by them so far. Good take from Freddie Stewart. Good ball from Sinclair behind the back. Here comes Laws. The captain flicks it away. Ben Oil. Nice ball on that far side. Racing away. Elliot Daly. And a tackle and a half coming in. And that was the lock forward. Fakatava.
You okay?
Oh, what a tackle from Amato Fakatava. The ball's back in play. It's been hoofed downfield for Japan.
Daly, who had that break, feeds it.
England, hold. Hold
Downfield
that.
they go yet again with the kick. Matsushima jumps up perfectly this time. Katada Matsushima. Such an electric wing three-quarter for his country and his club side as well. Japan, have they got enough energy to spark something? Yeah, Lameki follows through with a good kick forward. Takes it well. Huge gap back here. The driving kick from the fly half. Osada slides back there. Tomoki Osada.
Touched.
Then the kick over the top is touches. Play on. Lewis Ludlam.
Offside, touched.
Play continues for England at the 22. Mitchell wants to dart down the short side. Switch with May. Johnny May tackled around the bootstraps. And Toje bumps one. Trying to get the pinch for Japan. And it works.
Give the ball. Hold the goal. First man in the rock.
They're fired up. What a pinch. What a great steal. It's the skipper, leading by example. Umeno, we talked about him at half-time, Dallin. He's an inspirational leader, encouraging his players to be brave. Well, he's oozing courage at the moment. Really opened up there from the kick through. Johnny May was herring after it. It was touched in flight there, almost charged down. Matsushima's kick. Jamie George getting some good work in. I tell you what, on that look, looked like he had a few hands on the ground before he got on the ball, but got it. Got away with it.
A brilliant pinch. Maria goes to Leach.
No, it was out of 15.
It's Japan with a little move, a lot of switches. Finally, they go down to Fakatava on that far side. Kick down the middle again. They've done this numerous times, and they leave it behind. England collect with a knock-on advantage. Their fullback, Freddie Stewart, the Leicester Tiger.
Japan, no hands.
He was England's Player of the Year in 2022. Forward, he stabs over the top. Johnny May's there. He's very quick, is May. Collects it. Carries over the halfway line. Mitchell. Down the short side he goes. Marchand puts it to the boot. It's come the other way. It's still there. Big step. Again from Mitchell.
No hands.
Itoje for England on the hunt for their second try. They spill this one, and it's kicked downfield from scrum off Yutaka Nagade. A stunning kick from the number 9.
What a play for both sides. England making loads of change down that far touchline. But this was where it started. Nagare with a backwards kick. Is he playing for the Barbars? That is unreal.
Stay where
and
you
he
are,
nearly
Japan.
came off as well. England managed to gather it. They made a break, and it was just that last pass there. Stewart couldn't quite hold on to it.
It's a maul.
You saw the great Carlos Spencer for the All Blacks doing that. Brilliant display of skills here at Stade de Nice. Jamie George, 6 Premiership titles and 3 Champions Cup titles with Saracens. Again, Matsushima being tested. Does well, does the right winger. Debuted in 2014 against the Philippines. Nagade this time looks where he kicks. Mitchell's there. Knees on the ground, so can't get going. England driven back here. Still 13-9 the score. An entertaining opening 5 it's been here in the second half.
Okay. No, don't collapse. Don't collapse. Is the second man.
Nine, get ready to get the ball for Alex Mitchell. So
stop.
Now he's able to put it up and put the pressure back on Matsushima. 4th take in a row. The aerial battle just testing each other out. England. With a Daly.
50-22 is
winding kick towards this near side. Lomeki off the knee.
Japan.
No angle to work with.
All in front. Hold.
Ford is there.
Hold on.
He goes up to the air. Oh, beautiful take as they go up the middle. Here comes Japan, looking for some spark.
Play advantage, no call.
Mike Mbula had it originally, and Mitchell kicks down this side. Never roll too far.
Advantage is over. Yeah. Option, Japan, scrum. No, advantage over. Kicked it. No, kicked it, advantage over.
Well, Mbula.
It's a scrum advantage, not a penalty advantage.
Nearly opened up for him. Good scrag from Daly. Both sets of wingers are getting a bit of opportunity in broken field. This is what the kicking game does sometimes. It opens up the play.
Advantage was over.
Unfortunately, the final one we're seeing there from Mitchell just dribbled dead. And we come back to halfway for a Japanese scrum. And what Steve Borthwick's thinking. Say he's pleased. He's coming to this tournament with a huge amount of pressure.
Yeah, we're looking. Just patience now.
They so desperately want to deliver for these players, but for his country as well. Serve England rugby for a long time now. Will be desperate to do so as head coach of England as well.
Yeah, he's helped there by Kevin Sinfield, Richard Wigglesworth, Tom Harrison and Tony Works as well. Japan, Jamie Joseph with Tony Brown, Ricky Flutie as well, and the crossfield ball. Kotaro Matsushima looking to cut back in. Nagare, good ball, then they lose it. Marler off the deck, excellent stuff to the try scorer, Lewis Ludlam. England drive up the middle. Mitchell to his fly off, forward over the top. Oh, tough one to handle for Lomano Lomeki. But in the end,
goal line.
He's able to dot it down.
There was a good little bit of go forward there, and I think there's a few people in the crowd not enjoying the amount of possession being kicked away, but we've seen the fruits of it, how it can create opportunities. Felt perhaps there was enough momentum, go forward ball there that might have benefited from keeping in hand. There's a Stefan Armitage, ex-England man, now plays his rugby down here in Nice, involved with the club here at Nice.
Oh, it's a wonderful place to be, to play your rugby. Lomeki goes downfield, forward. Perhaps thought about a drop kick, hit 3 last week. Freddie Stewart engages. Mitchell again goes to Sinclair. No look ball, beautiful pass to Laws. Ford's having a bit of fun out there. Ford tries to stab this one. It's been blocked.
Back by England.
Still stays the same way as Jamie George comes around the fringes. He attacks the outside centre, Osada. Ford looking up with Ben Earl, a degree in comparative literature from Queen Mary University. Daly linking up. Leach comes in with another good tackle. Still going strong in his record. 15th Rugby World Cup appearance for Japan. Mitchell Pops it over the top. And Japan
hold in front.
find Lemeki, who hits it towards the stands.
Time is off, substitution. Number one, Japan.
Well, as they make a few changes, a couple of kicks there, probably a few too many from England for my liking. And maybe I'm just getting drawn in by the crowd here, but I think it's just finding the balance between when you need to probe the backfield space, but actually when you have opportunities moving forward. And for me, the back row, the likes of Ben Earl, they're doing a really good job of getting them go forward, and you're able to actually move onto the ball when you do shift it from first, second receiver.
Yeah, Japan getting ready to make a couple of changes there. Craig Miller's already gone on to the field. Dylan Riley, who actually played for Australia at under-20s level, never cracked it at Super Rugby level, about to come on for Japan in a World Cup.
Yeah, big honour there for Dylan Riley. From Durban, South Africa, they moved to Australia at a young age. Here's a look at how England got on the board with their first try in a long time.
It all started actually with the line-out pressure. Itoje and Chesum in that area, just forcing Japanese to throw it double tops, and it went over the top. And it led to this opportunity. Thundering over the line was Lewis Ludlam, and he got the England crowd on their feet.
39 still the score. 50 minutes gone in this test match. Japan, the Brave Blossoms, tried to disrupt that line-out time. They do well there. Craig Miller's on the field, played under Jamie Joseph at the Highlanders. Now his 15th appearance for his country, the accountant. Nagare to May. Good, strong tackle coming in there. Dylan Riley with some strong shoulders to open things out. Ludlam has knocked us on in the tackle.
There's good pressure from the substitute Dylan Riley on the chase for Japan. Got a good tackle in on Johnny May. Roles reversed at line-out time on that occasion. Jack Cornelson getting up and disrupting for Itoje. A little bit of light throw from George, I think, on that one. Ludlam's got through a hell of a lot of work.
England, number 8.
Running into a couple of big Japanese defenders. It was Valu trying to stop the big England number 8 on that occasion. And that's going to be Ludlam's final part he'll play in this game. Him and Sinkler coming off. Done well on a start, got the try for England.
Some huge changes for England. Billy Vunipola coming on for his first game of this World Cup, of course, coming back from a 2-match suspension for a red card. Hasn't had a lot of rugby in the lead-up, just a couple, 1.5 games, in fact, in the warm-up. So there's been questions about his fitness, but Steve Borthwick is adamant that he is fully fit and he's ready for this campaign.
He's ready to go. Big Billy. Brother Marco, cousin Manu, played for the Saracens as well.
Not a bad bloke to be bringing it off the bench. Billy Vunipola. Especially in a game we talked about how important the go forward is.
You need
Hopefully
to keep feet
it'll allow England to stay on the front foot and attack.
Stay up.
Perhaps just fine-tune those decisions around which ones they kick and which ones they run.
Head straight, shoulders out. Let's go straight and up.
Japan with possession.
Take a head out.
Can they get points next for their side? So Shin Uzagawa and the assistant coaches.
Set! Hold up!
His set piece works out nicely as they come down the short angles. Flying in there is Peter Lavaskachny as well, the 34-year-old. Leach fights his way just outside the 22 for Japan.
Good job, Sarah.
Cut down. Nagade. What about a kick?
Away, blue
to Dylan
away.
Riley.
Advantage, just rolling.
Amato Fakatava waits. Penalty for Japan. Right in front, just outside the 22.
Well, they nearly lost a couple at the breakdown there. Unfortunately, when they're throwing the wide pass from 9 to an isolated player, with England's line speed coming up and making that chop tackle that invites a jackal onto the ball, but they've got a penalty here because England defenders weren't rolling away. They're going to have a shot. This game, Dallin, is tight. It's right in the balance, and these moments are big. The guys coming in off the bench. We're seeing Riley in action for Japan there. Vunipola with the tackle. Everyone needs to come on and have the right sort of impact, and by that I mean not trying to do too much, but injecting the right sort of energy.
It presents Rikiya Matsuda with 3 potential points to bring it back within 1. The flower from Kyoto turns quickly. It's good for Japan. They trail 13-12 against England. Almost 55 minutes gone.
And the player, number 10.
Matsuda gets them within 1 point on the scoreboard.
Rikiya Matsuda.
George Ford kicking deep. Japan will really want to be smart. We're getting the ball back upfield here and creating some space to attack again.
Carried back.
Riley does well. At the receive, the forwards now. As you said, must be secure with us. Craig Muller, the loose head.
Oh, you stay there.
Davey with the British and Irish Lions 15.
Stay. Get ready to use 9.
Yutaka Ngare, the 31-year-old. Shapes up nicely. Riley comes up. Stewart with a catch for England. They secure possession. Here comes Billy Vunipola. 7-1 caps for England. Forward. Working with Courtney Laws. Good tackles from Japan. Leach again very active in that department of the game, but they go back into Johnny May. He's wrapped up well. Marla. At first receiver. Links up well Daly. Floats it over the top. Stewart does well. Here comes down the short side. Benall stretching the legs. Good carry into the 22 for England. Mitchell. Quick possession for Itoje. England flicking off Marla. Surely being knocked on.
Yeah, right, time is off.
Time is off, says Nika Amashukeli.
Cool play on, he called off the head.
Initially, ball traveled backward and hit the player's head.
Yeah, the same feeling for me.
Okay, on-field decision is try. Joy just clarifies that the ball came off from the head.
This could be a try, Dallin. Everyone
Okay,
stopped.
so on-field decision is try, stand by, ensuring that the pass doesn't go forward.
Joy, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready for a review.
Here's your first angle.
That's fast, is fine. Yeah. Just this angle, please, now. Right. Passes backwards, it travels back. Players are on side, and we got it. And the player who regarded is on side and scored a try. Right, good.
Joe Marler has headed the ball accidentally in a brilliant fashion, and Courtney Laws has scored. That has stunned us all. You don't see that every day.
Well, everyone stopped. This attack was brilliant. Elliot Daly doing what he does best, coming off his wing and acting as a distributor, spreading the ball wide. Benall using his pace down the wing to set it up. And then it's a Falcon off the Mohawk. And it goes forward. Courtney Law's the only one not to stop. Dots it down like he's sauntering in the park. And he's got England's second try.
Kick sails over as well. It's 20 points to 12. I did that once in touch rugby with a couple of mates, but never have we seen anything like this. And at the Rugby World Cup as well. Courtney Laws. First try was back in 2016 against South Africa, where England won On his side, extend their lead.
Le score, Angleterre 20, Japon 12.
England 20, Japan 12.
A special power in Joe Marler's mohawk, you know.
I was going to remark that haircut, but I left it alone. And now it's come back to sit up. A fascinating try for this English side. A bit of daylight now between the two teams. There's Marler again. So impressive. Player of the match in the 2021 Prem final.
That's carried back, man. Get ready to use, please.
He's retired a few times from the game. But he loves it so much. He's back here again in France. Matsushima, can he spark some magic with Lameki? Good step. Lamano Lameki gets rid of one. And they played sevens for Japan in Rio Olympic Games. Another stab kick. It's weighted really well, but it comes the other way. Stewart has it now for England, the fullback. Flying up this narrow side. Forward again, really getting to the rhythm. George flies onto this. Jamie George. Forward again, leading the charge. A good jump step from Ben Hall. Such a live wire. Possession spilt though. A couple of big steps and a bounce as well from Matsushima. He's got rid of 3 or 4. Kotaro Matsushima, look out! He's been in another. Great tackle from May. It's still there for Japan as they come flying into this one.
No hands lost.
Craig Miller with possession. Fakatawa throws on back the other way. It's gone backwards. Still with the Japanese side. Can they strike here? Well, Nelson to the ground. Behind the back. Riley cutting loose. Dylan Riley, electric. The best passage of play we've seen from Japan. Lamani Lameki yet again. Oh, they've lost this one. Asieli Balu spills it when they're looking very dangerous.
Oh, what could have been?
And the water break.
It all started from Matsushima with the break of the game. The back of some amazing footwork. And he just sided through the England defence. Darted upfield. They managed to recycle. Wow. We need a water break, Dallin. But this was the magic. Shrugged off Mitchell, sidestep, and then just accelerates, glides through the gap. Support in a hurry to get there. Just needed that little offload off the deck. It's tough to keep up with this guy. Wonderful to watch, isn't he? One of the best in the world when he's running with the ball. It was Riley who nearly got through. His eyes would have opened up. Great step inside Marler. Went 90 degrees on that one. Wow,
You can see the looks on the Japanese fans there. They are riding every single passage of play, as you can imagine. 8 points down midway through this second half. And it would be less if it wasn't for the face of Joe Marler and that try assist. They were inspired by Uruguay's performance against France earlier in this World Cup. They said they had to be better under the high balls, and they've certainly done that tonight. They've been incredibly impressive, and England have certainly peppered them in that area.
Yeah, they really have. The crowd really getting into it. It's Mitchell going to the side. Heck of a game, bandages on as well.
Okay, water out, please, water out.
Ben Young's onto the park. Second most capped scrum half in Test history, behind Australian George Gregan. That's a nice bit of experience to bring on in a tight game. And the 8 points the difference between the two sides. And Marler having a break as well. He's had his assist for the day.
Yeah, what a highlight for Joe Marler. Get that on the socials. A thing of beauty. We'll get a couple of shreds for that as well. Doesn't have any hands, but it counts.
Yeah, don't always. Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it.
into the last 20 minutes of this game. It's 12 points to 20. Japan trail. England scrum.
Patience now on the court. Patience.
George Ford having a word.
Ben Young's putting into this scrum. And he is solely here at this World Cup for his experience. Not only in these moments, but how it oozes amongst this squad.
127 total combined caps, international rugby. That is phenomenal for Ben Youngs. Ford with a good exit strategy.
George Ford continuing to steer this team around. Just feels like he's such an authoritative position there at 10. It must be a joy to play around him. So accomplished against Argentina, and he's looked very smart tonight as well.
I'll give you time.
I like the way they've just, I like the tempo a little bit.
Let's go, Japan, let's go.
As we get towards the 60-minute mark.
Yeah, England best with really brilliant fly halves over the years, and of course a couple excellent ones in the squad.
Time's up. All right, you're going to come in a little bit quicker. You watch out for Mark, okay? So Mark is here and staying there. You're going to be a little bit quicker with clear numbers. Yeah, let's go. Time's up.
Referee Nika Amushu-Kelly, his second Rugby World Cup match in the middle. First Georgian to officiate in the Rugby World Cup. Down it goes.
That's right.
Yeah, we're dead in line with that one. It looked like a really nice throw, just drifted off.
What is it called?
Towards the back of the line out where he was trying to hit his jumper.
It's been a really interesting battle in the line-out throughout this match. England actually got former international George Cruz into camp to help out with their line-out. Him and Steve Borthwick speaking for hours about one of their absolute passions. Of course, Cruz has been playing in Japan, so he has some intimate knowledge about the Japanese line-out, and that's why he was brought into the camp.
Yeah, those details make a massive difference in international rugby. So right about the forwards having a chin wag once they get going. Might as well leave them to it. So the backs just mixing up the order.
Set. Hold the weight. Hold the weight. Use the ball. Use the ball.
Start the knees in full song. Vunipola. Youngs marching up the middle. The outside centre doing the damage. Nice little dummy from Ben Youngs, the Leicester Tiger. Earl pops it to his left. Options both sides to attack. Ford finds one of his big frame runners. Vunipola, good quick hands. Manutui Langi hasn't carried much in this total game. It's been pinched, Japan, and then they leave it behind. Wrestled down to the ground by Ben Youngs. Into their shape. Look for the left-footed kick. There it is from Daly.
It's that same pattern we've already seen. Daly sweeping around of his left wing. Coming that second layer of attack, he can pass,
Japan,
he can kick.
number 2 and 5, substitution.
Utilising his skill.
Number 2 and 5, Japan.
Great penetrating run from Marchant. Came back against the grain. Matsuda sliding. Broke down a little bit here. All a little bit too flat. And a great counteract. Questionably going off their feet, Japan, but the referee said they went so far past the ball, he didn't mind it. Then they knocked it on. Desperate to hold on a bit of possession.
Warner Deans. Derns on the field. Father Grant, strength and conditioning coach at the NEC Green Rockets, so they moved here when he was in middle school. Now representing Japan. It comes the other way to England. So not the best set piece from the replacement. Sakate. Stabbed over the top. The placement finds the way to Lameki. He reads it so well, does Lamano Lameki. He puts a kick in. Ford is back there. Johnny May steps a couple times off his left. England again with possession. And it's Genge on the park, flies in. The Bristol Bear wearing 17 now. George gets missed. Ford is there, throws a dummy. George Ford just shy of the line. Ball spilt in the tackle by Will Stewart.
George Ford might watch this one back on the replay and just think if only he'd slipped a little backdoor boogie. I think it was Marchant outside him. Surely he was screaming for it. Line out still in the beginning from England. It's been a nice little tussle. And this chip, I tell you what, if it bounces another way, Marchant was through. This is what Genge brings you off the bench. The Bristol man pumping his legs. And George, open up for George Ford. You could just see on the left of the screen there, Marchant was screaming through.
Okay, water out, lads, let's go. No one injured.
A shot of Michael Leach there.
As well.
Haven't talked about him a huge amount during the commentary, but he pops up time and time again in the play. There was one there where he was in the rut on a half jackal, managed to get away and actually defend on the line for the next passage. I mean, that kind of nous and those smarts is just an unbelievable asset. It's 34 years of experience, noodles of caps coming to the fore.
I got a call that the both of you have been down.
Do you know what? I like to think Marlon knew exactly what he was doing there.
Off the head was the call from the captain, Courtney Lawless, who goes to the side now.
Fans can't believe it.
You need effort to stay up. Both sides, both sides.
George Martin, the replacement. Brother Felix also played at Loughborough RFC.
Patience, and up. Crouch.
Japan, we mentioned how the game is growing there. Well, their women's team as well played at the last Rugby World Cup. Their sevens have been fantastic, tremendous growth. After hosting the Olympics in Tokyo.
Yeah, it's far away. We're gonna fall down. All right? I need you to bring feet closer because you are a little bit overextended.
Plenty of time left in this game.
Same with you.
Not even 65 minutes
gone. We need the optimal distance between. Okay, we're gonna fall down. Let's go.
It's still pretty tight on the scoreboard. Japan won't want to hang around. Got a few subs on. They've got a few sets of fresh legs on. Currently, great shot of the scrum, 5 metres out from their own line. First job is get out of here.
Yeah, a lot tighter since that last time they played at Twickenham last year. 52-13, England won. Two Marcus Watson tries, Genge and Stewart were on the board for England, or loose pass. It's there for Japan as they get driven back over their own try line.
Bennell celebrating that as if they'd almost scored it. He loves a celebration during the game. It's obviously something that works for him. Always worried he's going to pop a blood vessel or something, but
substitution, Japan.
Obviously part of how he keeps himself fueled, and why not? Look at that work from Youngs and Tuolangi, teaming up, driving him back. Right up.
Better. Take a hit. Better.
The halfback's being replaced. Naoto Saito, 26-year-old, comes on. Former Japanese under-20 player. Great innings there from Yutaka Nagata. Jamie Joseph.
Okay, let's go.
Bringing on players who can make a difference in the last 15.
Saito, a real student of the game, absolutely loves rugby. Totally obsessed with it. Watches it. Takes a ball round with him everywhere he goes. One of those guys. That's what you want from his scrum half.
Crouch. Bye. Stand.
England backs weight. They've got 2 tries tonight so far.
Advantage. Collapsing.
Advantage for Youngs.
Yes.
Ford puts it to the left. Boot. That's pure class. That's business class. England in the corner. Freddie Stewart celebrates.
Well, it's another try for England. And it's Freddie Stewart. They had advantage from the scrum. They thought, let's play. Ford pokes it delicately off his left boot. And Freddie Stewart, who wins everything in the air at the moment, gets one on the fall. And despite the pressure from Lemeki, he dots it down. Left foot, right foot, Ford's got it all. Despair for Japan. The Ford to Freddie Stewart combo is working very nicely for England indeed.
A fantastic striker of the ball, George Ford, in open play. Of course, for points as well. 25-12 the score. Conversion attempt. A lovely strike and follow through from Ford. Flags go up again. 27 points to 12.
And cause for celebration. Freddie Stewart, he got his first eagle ever in golf this week on his day off. Well, I think scoring a try in a World Cup like that might just top it.
By the player number 10, George Ford.
Le score, Angleterre 25.
3 tries for England, 1 away from the bonus point.
England 27, Japan 12.
Romano Lomecki goes down the middle. The try scorer, Stewart leaps up again. He's been so key for England the last couple of seasons. England now ranked 6th, moving up a couple of places after
Ball
that
is inside.
win last week against Argentina.
It's inside. They're ready to use.
Vunipola was the one to carry. As Youngs puts it down to the halfway.
I think we've got to remember about Freddie Stewart as well. He's 22 years old. So much potential. And you know what, more than that, he's a lovely bloke. He's got absolutely, probably no sense of just how good he is or how good he could be. Really down-to-earth guy.
Yeah, debuted for the Leicester Tigers at just 18 years of age. To the back of the lineup, go Japan.
Advantage.
They've lost possession, so England
Okay, no advantage. Knock on Japan.
will get it again.
Bring the subs in. Bring him in.
Reinforcements coming for England. Marcus Smith is coming onto the field. So too is Ollie Lawrence. So a couple of changes in the back line.
Big applause there as we see Lawrence and Smith to inject something into the final 12 minutes or so.
And Marcus Smith actually coming on to take that 15 role. Freddie Stewart's going to put his feet up. A well-earned rest for him. Can't help but be excited when Marcus Smith gets on the field. He's excited. High fives with Joe Marchant out there. And Ollie Lawrence takes up his role just outside George Ford, inside centre. Marcus Smith's got his dancing shoes on already. Hopefully gets hands on ball in this passage.
He's been working really hard on this switch to fullback. The coaches were very enthused by his reaction when they asked how he felt about going into the 15 jersey. He was very excited.
Yeah, a lot of room to exploit in the backfield.
Stop. Don't push. When the whistle is gone, finish.
The exciting thing about Marcus Smith at 15 is so much of his game in his early days was playing at Brighton College down the south of England was his ability to attack front space.
So make a heat, take a pressure.
Just say something, please.
No, make a heat, take a pressure. Let's go. That's right, take a pressure, measure the heat.
There's Smith waiting behind Marchant.
Crouch!
Daly lurking as well.
Bind! Set! Hold!
England need to use this.
No, use it! Use it!
Vunipola taking his time. Youngs. It's the best looking pass, so Ford does put it to the boot. Lomecki is there again with a great haircut of his. He goes over the top, looking for the bounce this time. It favours the replacement, Ben Youngs. England in their half. Vunipola looking to carry again. Big frame, 5 premiership titles to his name. 30 years of age. Adding his weight to this contest. Into the last 10 we go.
Use it, 9.
Youngs again to the sky. Lomecki knocks it on. Good ball to Marcus Smith. First touch for him. Crossfield, they whip it. Here comes Lawrence now. Ollie Lawrence on the outside. Daly back on the inside beautifully. Marchant is there in support. Oh, the big bump as well. Stunning stuff from Marcus Smith.
Ball is in. No, in.
England really connecting now. George Martin. Big step. This time had is Smith. The Harlequins player. Youngs. Forward, taking the wide channels.
Play on.
Japan trying to pinch this one. Young's able to get it away yet again. Vunipola
No hands
carries
now,
for the
boss.
second time in this movement. Forward with it. Energized. Replacements on his side. It's been knocked back there. Play on. Earl yet again. Ben Earl skips out of one. Ben Earl bandaged up. Floats it over the top. Johnny May cuts in. Great catch from the winger. The wave continues to come. It's the Rhino that flies in. Ellis Genge bounces off a couple. 5 out now. Short ball. Jamie George. Very close.
Nick, watch out of hands.
England again. Hammering near the line.
Japan.
Ollie Chesham. Picks and drives.
Watch out for hands. Hands.
Jamie George again just shy.
Tackle!
England a couple of meters away. Looking for their 4th try.
Short.
Ben Youngs now.
Hands on the line,
all the forwards around him.
On the line.
Stunning defense from this Japanese outfit, the Brave Blossoms. Phase after phase, stopping what would be a certain try.
Latching on the player.
That's such courageous defence from Japan. Camped on their own line. England battering away through the forwards. Jamie George so close on a couple of occasions in that passage. They were all having a go.
Okay, good to go.
Fighting, scrapping to keep themselves in this game, Japan.
One does reach the touchline.
How about this for a bit of interplay? Goes wide to Daly, puts it back inside to Marchant. Smith rolls out of a couple. Really nice link-up play. So close to ending up in a 5-pointer. That awareness, the presence, footwork from the big man, Ben Earl. May ever wily on the edge as well. Everyone getting a touch.
One out. Yeah, let's go.
Exciting stuff from England.
Japan scored 6 tries to beat Chile, 42-12 last week. Have possession here. Ooh, loose ball has been picked up by England. It's there for Earl. He's had a strong encounter. Lovely flick. Marching onto Smith. Back into Earl yet again. Such damaging runs on that far side from those England 3. Martin, the 22-year-old. Another one of those young players in the mix. Forward. Genge drops this one.
Replaced by the player number 20.
Nice high-tempo attack from England. Japan continuing to come up off the line and put pressure on. Look at that deftness of touch from Marchant. He's got real good game awareness.
Okay, let's go.
Sensing Matsushima closing with the pressure.
The last scrum, initial contest was good. We were static too much.
I feel like Marchant, the different clubs he's played for, his time out in New Zealand, really helped him develop into the player he is today. Got a glimpse of Theo Dan, who's on the field, isn't it, as well?
Coming up, the player number 5.
Marcus Smith, every time he's come on in recent tests, injects something into the game. I'd love to see him on for 18, personally.
As a commentator's dream, makes the action so much more exciting when he has the ball in hand. Gifted player.
Right, weight coming through.
Japan, quick tap. They go with ball in hand, along the chain. Dylan Riley, Panasonic Wild Knight player. He's been very good as well since coming off the bench. Himano fought bravely, gets it away quickly. Good quick hands to Valu. Ball in, Tangatapu. Lemeki behind the back. This is better from Japan, then thunderous hit comes in on Tomoki Osada.
On the ball.
Just a 4 penalties so far from them in this game. 4 to play in Pool D.
Stay, Japan in front, stay.
Japan go high. Still face Samoa and Argentina in this World Cup, and it bounces and just misses connecting to Riley.
Oh, he might have nearly got there on the full. Japan's attack just looks like it's lost its way a little bit, largely down to the fact that the England defence is once again just coming up off the line, just shutting them down. They're struggling to make inroads, Japan, which is why they then went to the air. Nearly worked out with Riley on the chase, but he couldn't quite get there in time to claim it.
So all in all, satisfied head coach of England?
I think he will be. I think he will be. You've got to be pleased with this. They want perhaps to get a bonus point. It would be nice. Make a bit of a statement as well around their attack if they could get the 4 tries. Tries hard to come by for England this year. I think on the flip side, I think Jamie Joseph will have been pleased with a large portion of this game. I think this side have played some really good stuff. Some of the defence has been excellent in the first half, especially. I thought their attack really functioned well, but they've just stalled a little bit. And largely that's because England haven't let them play. You see there, England with ball in hand, they're just making gain line success. Just allowing them to hold on to the ball, not giving Japan as many opportunities to turn the ball over.
Yeah, Japan conceding 2 tries in the last 20 minutes. It was a 1-point game up until minute 55. Theo Dan, the Toje with the take. Theo Dan, also 22 years of age, from the Saracens club.
Bound. Away. Stay on side.
Youngs. Not a lot of distance on that one. Comes down, taken by Japan. Just knocked on as well.
Shimokawa underneath that one, didn't quite hold on to the ball. It's these little errors you can ill afford against opposition like England, who have been pretty smart tonight. Nice to see Theo Dan back out there. Good skill set, the young man. Kind of in the mould of Jamie George, but he'll be forging his own way. Played centre at schoolboy. Always say to youngsters, don't worry too much about the position you're playing. Just build your skill set, try and improve, keep enjoying the game. They're enjoying the game, that's what it's all about.
So brilliant to see both countries next to each other, supporting this beautiful sport.
Bang!
A couple minutes still to go in this pool game. England will face Chile on September 23 in Lille, and then Samoa, same venue, October 7th.
Advantage England!
More advantage for England. Who are in front, 27-12.
Going back and an angle.
Yeah, it's nice shoving from the replacement front row boys. There's Genge and Will Stewart alongside Theo Dan in that front row now. All come off the bench to do their business. This is an opportunity for England now.
Don't go in.
Not long left to play. A 4th try. The carrot that dangles for them now.
Okay, England, no huddle, let's go, no huddle.
They're taking their time. They know they've probably got one shot at this.
Keep the gap, Japan, keep the gap.
Theo Dan again to Itoje. Maul now in place. Ellis Genge gets in there. Plan move with the backline players coming in as well. Got to keep it going forward, and they do that. Now it peels away. Nice big step. Benno.
You down, no
carries
hands.
so well, does the 25-year-old former England under-20 captain. George Martin now with possession in the 22. A bonus point try is what they're looking for here. Up the middle goes Theo Dan again.
Lost it. Good clear out.
Big Billy hits the ground. Forward changes direction. That's behind the back pass. Johnny May. Big collision on him. Good linking play, though, from Marcus Smith. Dan yet again gets very close. Youngs. Genge. Looking for those offloads. There are players available on the left-hand side. That's the bonus point try! And it's scored by Joe Marchant. The sail shot leaves his mark on this game. And they finish on a high.
Well, England, they knew they had a shot. They went round to this right side. Johnny May tiptoeing down the touchline, staying in field. Smart work from him, scrambling D again from Japan. And then it was the ball flung wide from George at the base. Ben Youngs delivering that seed, in fact. Joe Marchant with the dot down to make it 4 tonight here in Nice.
Kick from in front. Pops over. 34 points to 12.
Well done.
And it's England and Steve Borthwick's side that have won their second pool fixture. They defeated Argentina last week 27-10 thanks to the boot of George Ford, and tonight they scored 4 tries to topple Japan. Final score from start to Nice in this 2023 Rugby World Cup Pool D clash is England 34, Japan 12.
This is the end of the match and the victory of Team England.
George Ford, some brilliant handling skills as well to set up some of those great tries. The injection of the bench really worked with 3 second-half tries.
Alex Mitchell again showing his quality tonight. Bringing his usual blend of pace, excitement and accuracy. It's a massive job done for England tonight. There's still a lot of doubters out there. A lot of people doubting that man, Steve Borthwick. A lot of people doubting his players. He's defended them resolutely. And he started to be proved right. 2 from 2 now for England. And he'll perhaps be sitting comfortably in the stands for now as we await his potential return now that his suspension has been served. There's the story of it, the stats. And really it was the last 20 when England turned the screw a bit. They started charging up the meters. That's the difference for me. If England can continue to be making meters like that, the post-contact meters with their carries, it'll lead to this sort of possession. 66% of the possession in the end. And they dominated it. Given that they kicked the ball so much, that's a high possession stat.
It really is. We can get some post-match reaction now. Nat Unides is pitchside.
Mais on a vu un match absolument exceptionnel ce soir. You can see this match is incredible sharp.
Alors oui, c'était, on va dire, le match phare ce soir de cette poule D.
George, congratulations. It's 2 man of the match performances in 2 weeks. You must be really happy with how your tournament's gone.
No, look, we're just really happy with another win tonight. We knew it was going to be a tough game like that. They're a great team, Japan. They challenge you in different ways. We knew it was going to be probably that 3rd or 4th quarter where we could potentially pull away a little bit. But yeah, just over the moon to get another win. Some improvements tonight, some things to get better at still.
And what did you make of the performance? It was a really important bonus point win tonight.
Yeah, it was. It was probably not the prettiest watching it. Look, it's really hard to play with the ball in these conditions. These late kickoffs, it's dead greasy, so you've got to find different ways to break a team down, and we got there in the end.
Well, congratulations on the win and congratulations on the performance.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
MasterCard player of the match, George Ford.
Really interesting what he's saying there, pointing out how greasy it is in these evening games. Really sweaty down there. And I actually thought they moved the ball really nicely at times. It's just almost justifying think they're used to the kicking game, and I thought they used it to good effect.
Himeno up next.
Kazuki, really hard-fought match today. What did you make of it?
自分たちがプランニングしてきたものっていうのはすごく出せた部分はありますし、ただ後半アンラッキーな部分でトライを取られてしまったところから、流れをつかめずに、得点を重ねられてしまったっていうのは、今後の反省点かなというふうに思います。
And what can you take away from that match for the rest of the tournament?
後半のところでのゲームメイク、前半からしっかりとゲームメイクできた部分はあったので、それを後半にしっかりつなげていかないと、こういったタイトなゲームで、自力の差が出てしまうというところが一つ要因かなと思うので、そこをしっかり改善して、今後もタフなゲームが続いているので、そういったところの改善をしっかりしていきたいなというふうに思います。
Bad luck tonight. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
There was Kazuki Himeno, fought bravely tonight. He's opposite captain Courtney Laws was a real warrior, getting a try as well for England. You can hear from him shortly.
Well, Courtney, you got the bonus point win tonight, but it looks like a really hard-fought contest out there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, full credit to Japan. You know, we knew they were going to come and put up hell of a fight, and they certainly did that. Conditions are probably not as good as they look. So greasy out here, honestly, but no, I think the boys, we did well. You know, come away with 5 points, so can't ask for much more.
They say sometimes you need a little bit of luck in rugby, and Joe Marler's head assisting with that try for you. Have you said thank you to him just yet?
Yeah, I just thanked him. Yeah, it was decent head, wasn't it? But no, it's a bit of luck. Sometimes it falls in your favour, so no, I'll take it.
And does it feel like the shackles are off a little bit, because you seemed like you were playing with a lot more freedom out there tonight?
Yeah, like I said, we wanted to play some good rugby tonight. Obviously, conditions were pretty tough to move the ball in, but I think you saw in parts what we can do, and you know, we'll continue to work out, and hopefully by the time it comes to quarterfinals and stuff like that, we'll be able to stick it, and yeah, we'll need to.
It's 2 from 2. Congratulations.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, it's great. He was thanking Joe Marler for that try assist. You don't get better or funnier than that.
Jamie George in shot there, got through a huge amount of work again today. I really felt like it was an amazing team performance. There was a number of guys across that England squad who could have been named man of the match tonight. They really put their hands up. But Freddie Stewart was excellent. So many involvements. Ben Earl everywhere, as always. And I love to hear in that interview with Courtney Laws that they had the endeavour to play, they had the endeavour to move it. And in the end, you get out there, it's hard to hold on to the ball, you do have to adapt, and that's exactly the right thing.
Yeah, remarkable. They've got 4 tries in these conditions, as you mentioned. Well, the Japanese head coach, Jamie Joseph, will now offer a few words.
Jamie, obviously not the result you were after tonight. What did you make of the performance?
Well, for my team, really proud of them. We created a lot of opportunities. We just made too many mistakes. England obviously put us under a lot of pressure, but you know, there was times in the first sort of 60 minutes of the game I thought we was a real arm wrestle. We just needed to capitalise on those opportunities, and we just weren't quite able to.
What does that say about the heart of this team?
Yeah, the heart of the team is really sound. I mean, we've got great leadership here. There's a lot of experience in our team. But it's a sad lesson, because, you know, when you create opportunities, the guys just got to take them when they come, you know.
And you've got a couple of days, or you've got quite a long break before your next game. How does the next week look?
That's right, it's important. We've been going for a long time. We've been going since June. But yeah, there's a couple of days off in the south of France. I'm sure the boys will enjoy.
Bad luck today.
They tried the Japanese side, thanking the crowds as is customary. They play Samoa on September 28th in Toulouse, and Argentina in Nantes on October 8th.
Over the years, captured the imagination of so many rugby fans around the world, not just from their home nation. Everyone who enjoys rugby enjoys supporting this Japanese team.
Got to give myself some of those eye goggles.
I assume they can see out of those pins.
Matsushima, heck of a game he had, busting up the middle.
He's outstanding, not just in his open play when it broke up from a bit, but actually his aerial work, his backfield positional play, which we can see here, was outstanding. He's such a talent, such a wonderful player. Inspires people to play the game, no doubt.
Did you see that? Did you see that? That was a moment of brilliance, unintended brilliance.
Well, who knows? We'll never know. On the head, son.
He'll say he meant it all day long. Such brilliant support for Japan and England. Just the second week of the Rugby World Cup. So many exciting pool fixtures still to come. Then, of course, the knockouts next month. 200-year anniversary of the sport of rugby. What a place to be with family, friends, loved ones, and supporters.
This is why so many of the players do it. Bring their families out, a lot of them here watching with their kids as well. Incredibly special moments. Winning or losing, you hope they're able to soak it up. You see how many fans have stayed to just cheer their team.
You can hear now from the winning England coach, Steve Borthwick.
Well, Steve, 2 wins from 2 to start this World Cup. You must be really pleased with how the team are building into this tournament.
Yeah, I'm really pleased for the players, and I think I'm really pleased to support us here tonight. We've got a fantastic travelling support, spent an awful lot of money to come and follow this team, and we want to make sure they have good nights. And tonight was tough. It was really tough, but we got a bonus point win at the end, and we're pleased with that.
George Ford has been player of the match 2 matches now. Your skipper's coming back from suspension next week. You got some decisions to make.
Well, how great is it that we have such incredible depth and quality there? I think there's a lot of countries around the world that want the quality we've got at 10, 15. I thought Marcus came on and was brilliant in that last quarter.
And what's the next step in this build-up towards the quarterfinals?
Well, the next step for the players is to enjoy this win, because they work very, very hard, and you've got to enjoy the win. You've got to enjoy it, and the supporters hopefully enjoy this win. And then we play Chile in 6 days' time. So we'll recover, we'll get a great plan going into Chile, and we'll look forward to playing them.
Well done tonight.
Thank you very much.
Match highlights. England early on taking the points on offer. George Ford from close put them 3-0 up.
Matsuda adding 3 of his own before following up with a second 3 to take the lead for Japan. After 20 minutes, 6 points to 3. And this was the score for England to open up their try count in this match. Chesham went close. The forwards took it upon themselves. And it was the slip to Ludlam, the powerhouse Lewis Ludlam, who leapt and leg drived over the line for England's first score in this game and their first 5.
A couple of penalties being traded from both sides. The halftime score would be 13-9. Ford knocking one over. Then the second half. 40 minutes to make a statement for England. Their replacements sparking some magic as well. And this will be one of the tries that you will see replayed on social media off the head of Joe Marler. And the captain, Courtney Laws, goes in.
Well, the Magic Mohawk with the assist. Courtney Laws with the dot down. But England kept building from that point. They used the advantage nicely here. And how silky was this from George Ford? A man who is really riding the wave of the World Cup with a kick, crossfield, to Freddie Stewart, who had an unbelievable game tonight. What a finish from him. And the ambition in the attack and the greasy conditions continued as England continued to knock on the door. As the 80 minutes loomed, they were searching for that bonus point score, the magical fourth try. They worked it close to the line, Japan defending admirably, but in the end, Youngs found Marchant, and he put the cherry on top of the cake for England tonight.
Yeah, they would take the score, 34 points to 12. 4 tries, 3 in the second half. Delight for England. They beat the Japanese side here at Stade de Nice. Take a look at our head-to-head here and the number 8s again.
Heroic performances from both of these guys. Himeno, as always, talismanic, leading his players in the way he conducted himself tonight. Huge number of tackles, 16 for his side. And Ludlam, we knew he was going to inject that go forward in attack. Thought he did a nice job of that tonight. He's really put his hand up for future tests as we make our way through this Rugby World Cup 2023. It was a return to the starting lineup for Himeno after a little niggle kept him out of round 1. But he started well, carrying England defenders with him. He felt fresh coming in. Perhaps not so now for the amount of work he got through tonight. But outstanding in all facets, both in attack and defence. He really looked like he was enjoying himself. Lewis Ludlam, so often the impact man of late, got his start in the 8 shirt for England tonight. Customarily carried well. No better than that one to get over the whitewash for his side's opening score tonight.
Stade de Nice now seeing 2 games here, how the standings look in Pool D. England top the charts there, bonus point victory tonight. Samoa, Japan up there, Argentina and Chile. The 4th and 5th place side so far there. 4 pool matches for each nation. This is game 14 of 48. We've seen so many brilliant games so far. Some real tense ones, particularly today as well. South Africa demolished Romania, but it's their second game. It's Fiji taking out Australia 22-15. Unbelievable performance from the Flying Fijians. Their crowd going wild with that result. And that's what happens on the world's big stage. Sides come to the party and make a statement and make a name for themselves.
Merci à tous, mesdames, messieurs, pour votre présence. Thank you for your presence et on se dit à très bientôt.
So, thank you for spending the evening with us in Nice. Final score here, England 34, Japan 12.
Et puis on se retrouve très prochainement.